before 2004. I just can't remember when. Diablo. Well, I can spell. Jesus, what the fuck was that? Yeah, show me the release date for the original. Okay, so Diablo 2 came out originally June 2000. Yeah, so it's been a while. So I don't know about the Mojave. I've never heard of that. So I can't say for sure, but it sounds pretty interesting. I'm getting all these up to 3. There's shits and giggles of it. But how are you? I'm okay, Bubba. I'm still really unwell. The anxiety. So I get like anxiety and stuff leading up to art stream. I always do, because like drawing in front of an audience can be, well, it could be something. I'll tell you that much. Because like, especially since like I don't draw very quickly, I don't talk as much. Like in this case, working on the banners, like my starting soon and be right back screen banners and stuff like that, like they are not super interesting, not as interesting as say like drawing on an emote or something like that people would like to see, kind of thing. So yeah, I spent yesterday and now today basically like between my toilet and sink kind of thing. That's kind of how I spent my day. I haven't had much sleep either. Yesterday or today. And I'm pretty... Thursday, whenever I play Diablo, I don't have any sound alerts on because Diablo has a lot of cinematics and dialogue and stuff, and I don't want those getting interrupted. Basically anything with like cinematics and like heavy dialogue and stuff, I turn them off. But they come back on outside of the stream. There's just that, and if I do any like story-based streams, then they're off for that as well. Oh, hold on. Yeah, it's basically off every Thursday because I'm playing Diablo, but that's okay. It's quite funny. I keep catching like at least one person that loves using them. Only seems to turn up on Thursdays, and they're really, really salty about it. I find it funny. They're a month apart. Okay. Nice. I guess it could have been just like a design type at the time. I'm gonna start doing like a sweep through. I want to clear out this place before I start doing anything else, realistically. I may have to go back to town. It feels better soon, hug. Thank you, Papa. I'll feel better soon enough.
Greetings.
I've had like a couple of things like compounding it and stuff, like the extra setting up a program that, you know, Twitch Studio, I spent like a year and a half learning and customizing and all that kind of stuff, right? And I kind of had to take that and throw that into Streamlabs in under 2 weeks and test run things live and all sorts of stuff, you know. So that was very stressful for me. And then on top of that, I had like I wanted to play the PUBG that was out, you know, PUBG Classic that was out for that fortnight. Ironically, that fortnight. And then yeah, I didn't realize that Artstream was going to be this week because I didn't realize it was the last week of the month. So yeah, I overtaxed myself when I was already a little bit too much, but it's all right. And pretty much as soon as the stress kind of like eases off, because I'm already pretty certain I've got everything set up for Streamlabs, so I don't have to do anything else with that. It's really just a kind of matter of getting used to using it. I know you guys are all pretty good about like if I just need an extra minute to like look at something or check something, you guys are good with that. For the most part, it's fine. No, online was kind of a childhood game. Now it sucks to be honest. microtransactions came out and ruined it. Microtransactions ruined a lot of things, unfortunately. It's kind of like one of those features where I just don't feel like they needed to add it. But I understand as developers it was a kind of easy way to kind of keep funding their projects and stuff. Plus, I mean, it also relies a lot on the people playing it also using it. If it's one of those kind of microtransactions where you can bypass like grinding away at a game for hours by simply just paying to kind of like skip the effort, that kind of shit's shit. If it's just purely some kind of like personalization thing, that's not too bad. It's kind of like how 7 Days to Die, when they release next month. So one of the things that they were talking about is that maybe in the future, it's a chip sapphire. Maybe in the future they want to bring out potentially a DLC pack, paid content, or whatever that people can visually customize their character. And I'm like, I don't know how I feel about that, but then again, like, it's entirely up to who I play with too. Like, Grim might want to customize his character. I know Flanky sure as fuck will. Nick probably won't. I probably won't. You know, little things like that. So it probably won't affect us as much in our, like, group visually. And they don't really want to bring out anything that's kind of like gonna get your head in the game, like pay to win kind of stuff. It's more like the stylized thing, but I don't know. I guess people want it and they want to bring it in. So the good thing is last time I checked, switched microtransactions towards cosmetics more and you can't skip growing anymore. Nice. So it was like a growing kind of hack in a way that you could kind of like bypass stuff. I gotta admit, I do understand it. Don't get me wrong, I do understand the purpose of having something like that. Like if you've got a 40-hour work week, a really busy job or life or something like that, and you just do not have the time to be able to sit there and actually enjoy playing the game as it was designed, that's fair. At least you have an option kind of thing. But I do hate it when, like, people that do have the time and could play the game just decide to go in and go, you know what? I deserve to make my person miles above everybody else, you know? For no reason other than because they can. And it's like, that kind of sucks, because it really just kind of makes it sour for everybody else, you know? But I mean, whatever, it's their money, and it's just up to you guys if you want to play the game and tolerate that crap, you know, or not. There's endgame where you can't grow infinitely, so they removed it, but it's lots of grinding to max out. I could see people paying for it specifically to avoid the grind of it. I could see that being a thing. But then again, like, I've also heard of some of the most pointless, like, add-ins to game. Like, visually or like, what do you call it? Like, kind of like asset-wise stuff. That's just kind of like, you could easily and comfortably play the game without spending a dime on it. You know? But some people do want to. The other thing, too, is some people do just want to support the game extra, and as long as they're getting something back for it, some kind of like additional content or a ability to, you know, level up easier or something like that, that they kind of feel like that's a fair trade. You think? If I can get rid of this guy, because I'm pretty much cornered here. Finish max level, you reset, you get stats points, grow again, do it again until you max out and work on your gear. Oh yeah. I mean, I guess it's up to whoever's playing it, what they enjoy doing. If that's worth it for them. I really am... God, I pick up fucking everything, don't I? I go like a week without playing Diablo, and then I hop on, and the very first thing I do is deal with inventory space and being like, why don't I have room? I know why I don't have room. I remember there's more money up there. I remember being level 1. Sorry. Just wrecking people. PvP, do you having everything max? What? And locking my level. Just wrecking. Oh, yeah. Yeah, so basically max gear on like a level 1 character. It's just OP as fuck. Because, yeah. No, I get it. Oh, I had to yawn there. What is this? No, I've already cleared out the underground passage, that's right. That's the way out of it. I had to check that before I went live tonight. I'm like, did I actually clear that? Because I know I ran through it so quick, but I did. I did actually, like, clear the whole fucking thing. This isn't too bad. And I got another charm, but I know I can't fit it in my inventory. I just need to see if it's worth my time to try to, like, swap out something else. So what is it? It's 6 to maximum damage, and 29 to attack rating. I have one that's like that I could get rid of. What does cold damage? Now, some of these are pretty piddly, but some of them are gonna be the difference between me defeating, like, an enemy at some point in the future. Like, the fire damage on that one actually isn't that strong. Maximum 7. The only thing is it's one slot less. Which means I might be able to fit in my inventory. I've been trying to get the 2 slot ones so I can fit more, because then I can, like, deck out 2 rows of this. So that's what I'm trying to do. Let's say, like, maximum stamina and the piddly fire damage is probably less than getting more attack rating. Because I've got another fire damage one in there somewhere. It's in there, okay? I just don't know where it is. It was somewhere. Actually, hold on. Spotted that one didn't get swapped over. I kind of want to just keep about a line of that. Yeah, it goes. And yeah, probably. Hello. I actually have a really, really sore neck tonight. I've had like a sore neck for a couple of days. But yeah, it's particularly strong with the force tonight for some fucking reason. You know what? I didn't look at the greaves that I sold when I sold them. Oh, they were normal, thank God. Yeah. I always like looking at like the difference between the greaves and, like, I'll show you. Between the gauntlets, sorry, and the light gauntlets. I always thought that these were better because they actually had fingers and shit. And I'm like, these are just mittens, basically. I understand. I've actually seen videos how these work. They're very cool. They really are. Like, you kind of like... There's like this little section here that you can open to encapsulate a sword or a spear or something. It's pretty cool. I always wondered how the fuck, like, people actually, like, grip shit with it. But yeah, it's actually got like a little compartment thing that you open and put the weapon into your bare hand, and then off you go, kind of thing. It's like locked in. I think it makes it less likely that you can be disarmed in a fight. It's pretty cool. That's right, it has this like center wall thing here. I'm just going to clear out, like I said, I just clear out the whole area, and then I will do stuff in the area. What have you guys got on yours? Somebody's got something special on them. The funny thing is, sometimes these like little area effects, oh shit, can actually be from my people, or myself. I used to get that occasionally. I'm like, oh, what is this like damage, or what is this thing that they're doing? And it turns out that it would actually be something that I'm doing. It could be really funny sometimes because I don't always take notice of it. I thought I heard a skeleton down here somewhere. Maybe not. I thought I heard something, but maybe it didn't. I love Diablo music. It is so peaceful.
I can't carry anymore.
Where the fuck did the Bradstock come from? It was like, I was sitting here 1 second, next minute I had a Bradstock at my feet. Grab that. Brandy stock. Fucking close enough. Look, we're not trying to win any fucking spelling competitions. Imagine that, somebody's secretly winning a spelling competition while I'm playing Diablo 2, and I'm just like... I'm not even allowed to know, you know? What the fuck? What are people doing? Oh, there's one right there. I like these things, by the way. No, they're not the original, like, Hillbeasts, from outside the rogue encampment. But it's the same kind of thing. They're still, like, spiky little, like... I don't know how to say it. They kind of sound like a purring, grumbling little creature. And it just sounds, like, so, like, slightly angry. Which is really cute. It's like a disgruntled creature.
Good evening.
I love Kane. He's got such a great voice.
Yes?
You know, I haven't fucking had time to read the books yet. I got for my birthday last month. It's been over a month and I haven't had a fucking moment free to be able to read it. A couple of times that I have had free time, I've had to like suddenly add and do something else that's come up urgently instead, and it's like, oh, come on. I'll get to it eventually. I want to read them. That's kind of the point of fucking getting books. I am looking forward to actually getting to read them. I will also... I just remembered too, sometime in June, I should have a little bit of time off too, because I was supposed to this month when Nick travels, but he didn't end up traveling because the thing was cancelled because Nick was injured. So yeah, he's doing whatever that is again next month. I don't remember what day of the month it was. Yeah, so sometime next month I'll have like 2 or 3 or so days off or whatever. It should be interesting because I'm kind of hoping, I'm actually really hoping that it's before before 7 days releases. Specifically, that would be the best because then I get like a little bit of a rest before like going hard with fucking 7 days. Because when that comes out, I've spoken of this like a little bit so far, but when 7 days releases its 1.0, I'm obviously going to play that a little bit more. So, like, knowingly my schedule is going to get, like, shifted around a little bit for probably a month or so. Just so that I'm able to play it a little bit more while, you know, it's fresh and new and shit. So, yeah, that's something to be aware of. That's also what I've been working on, too, is, what was that? Ooh. I actually think I used to leave this open. I really do. Because then I used to be able to see how much I had of stuff. The hell button was on. Anyway, so I kind of figured that, like, next month my schedule will get, like, shafted around and stuff. But that's also what I've been working on in the background, is figuring out my fucking upcoming change of schedule to accommodate for that. I can't remember if this has dialogue. Or what do I do with it? I guess I've got to get the scroll and then come back to the tree. I thought I just had to click on the tree. But if I've done all this area, which I have, mind you, there was a little bit of an effort to actually clear this place out. It's the wrong button. Because it's kinda... the person is kinda struggling with the stats that I've given her. Very cool. Man, I don't know how you stayed alive. Yeah, I think I just have to cross over into here, because I came out of there, and you're kind of supposed to just walk through here. Dark Woods goes to, yeah, Black Marsh. It's funny how sometimes in my brain, before I see the words come up, I know what it's going to be. And then I have moments like last week, where for some reason I kept calling the stony, whatever the fuck it was called, the stony fields, I kept calling the dry steppes, And I'm like, what fucking game am I think I'm playing? But yeah, I have moments of like immediate clarity from like playing this for so many years. And then I have other moments where I legitimately can't fucking remember which game has what where. And it's just like, what is the fucking contrast flick here, you know? I also like, okay, this is one thing that I like about this Diablo, okay, about Diablo 2, is the stream, like, as much as that looks more like the stream that we ended up with in, like, Diablo 4 and stuff, where you could, like, walk into it, like, I tended to find that I like the fact that you can't walk into the water here. Like, you're in a heavy armor, like, you're kitted up with gear. Like, I like the fact that it's kind of seen as, like, it's just a sharp drop-off. There's nothing out there. Like, it's probably just a river, right? It's probably just a short wall of river. And you could probably walk across it. But I love the fact that it's not part of this.
I am overburdened.
When they had the rivers and stuff in Diablo 4, one of the few things I kept saying was that I kept kind of subconsciously trying to go around instead of going through. Like, there'd be enemies out in the water that would remind me that the water is something you can actually run into and, like, be in. Oh, that Frost Nova was gorgeous. I think there was a Frost Nova and something else. Yeah, if it hadn't have done that, if they did not constantly have, enemies out in the water, I probably wouldn't have ever gone through the water. There's a lot of enemies in here. I don't know if I'll be able to get through them on that angle. I need you guys to attack that, not me. I think I gave my helper health instead of giving myself health. Kind of sucks. And there's one more guy rezzing people up here, I think. No, 2, 3. Why is there so many shamans? Mate. I don't actually know if my helper's still alive. She's trying. I like this little encampment. It's, like, excessive. Are any of these getting revived? Yes. I think so. The only thing I look for once I start actually, like, getting rid of them is, any of them getting the, revive happening. Because if they are, I need to find the shaman. There's no point standing there trying to kill something if, they're just gonna sit there perpetually coming back.
I can't carry anymore.
This whole area, I probably can't carry a lick of it. I can carry a little bit. It's probably my limit. The health and mana I could probably carry back. Because I used a lot of it.
I am overburdened.
There goes all the health. Alright. No, I heard that. There we go. I was gonna say, I heard one of them. I heard one of these bastards get resurrected. That was all it took for me to immediately just go start looking.
Hello.
And the other thing I was just thinking of too was that, hold on, I might be able to fit that in my inventory somewhere. 11 defense and 3 strength. It's not strong, but like I said, I do want to replace one of these. Mostly that one's kind of one I'd like to replace because it's faster hit recovery, but it is still useful. One just seems weak to me. Like 1-2 cold damage plus 6 life, like that's not a lot. Anything that gives me dexterity can stay. Cold resistance 7 isn't that great. 6 plus the life on its own is not great, but I'd rather something like a smaller charm than a larger charm that's got like one additional thing. And damage now it's cold damage. Alright, I think I want this one gone. I realize I don't have that kind of space. Anyway, as I was saying, so something that always, like, I find a little bit funny is, because you know how in art stream, I don't really talk that much. I don't talk as much, I should say. So during art stream, because I'm usually like focused on drawing and stuff like that, I tend to just find that I not so much like go out of my way to just end up being like quiet and not talking and stuff, listening to music or whatever. But I do just kind of like tend to overly focus in. And so people kind of like come in and I'm not really chatty. And if that's their first experience with me, this is sort of where I'm going with it, is if art stream is the first time somebody has experienced my stream, the funniest fucking shit happens every time they end up coming back to another stream later. Because nobody is prepared for how much I talk on the average day, it seems. It seems that that on its own is like concerning to some people. Because I had at least a few times where somebody new came in during an art stream, and while I was a bit chatty, I wasn't super chatty. And then like a day or so later, whatever I was playing the following day or so, like they asked a question. Just asked a question. I was already kind of chatty when they came in, but I like went full down the road of answering the question and like going through the thought process and you know my usual shit, right? And they were just like, you know, I don't know if they were just confused by the amount of talking or if it was like they felt that they'd accidentally triggered me to like deep dive into fucking topics and shit or what. But yeah, I remember them genuinely asking me to like, or letting me know or whatever, that I didn't have to like keep responding or something like that. Like I could just go back to what I was doing at the game and stuff, and I'm like, oh yeah, you're definitely new, you know, that new viewer smell kind of thing that you get when somebody doesn't know that I talk non fucking stop. Like it's like a fucking beacon is what it is. That reminds me, what was I thinking of the other day that was like beacons? I don't know. Oh, yeah, no. It's just something random. Every so often, there is like a comic out there that basically like just stays in my head. And it's kind of like, I think it's supposed to be a meme of like the Irish girl at the beach or something. And it's supposed to be like a friend that never goes outside, goes to the beach, and she's so pale that like her friend starts like screaming to like light the beacons and stuff like that, or the beacons have been lit or some shit, because she's just that pale that, yeah. I think you guys get the joke and stuff. But every so often, that little gem just decides to wander back into my brain out of the blue. And that wandered into my brain the other morning, and I'm like, where does this thing keep coming from? Like, does my brain just like sit there some days and go, you know what I could do with? I could do with reading like a comic or a joke or something right now. So then it just like springs forth one from God only fucking knows where. Just like entertain me from like the archives and stuff. Like I imagine, because I don't know. I think the thing I used to do is I used to read a lot of webcomics. I had a few comics I would read. Well, you know, comics don't release every day. But, you know, different creators would release something to fill out basically an entire week. Vision sounds cool. So yeah, what would happen is I'd end up having a entire week's schedule across like multiple different creators and stuff. And yeah, I was always just like, oh shit, I sold that. I was always just like reading everybody's like various comics and things, and I think I probably have like an excessive archive of fucking jokes and comic pages and stuff in my brain, all kinds of different stories to like recollect. I do, like if I'm somewhere and I'm bored, I'll just sit there and read a comic in my brain. It's shit that I do. What's this? Eisenhart Flat Brand broadsword. Alright. I've heard of that before. I think maybe I had his parry or horns or something. Increase attack speed, 10 plus minimum damage. Yeah, that's not great. I like getting set pieces every so often because the green just pleases me to see in Diablo for some reason. I don't know if you guys get this kind of thing. I sure as shit do with Diablo. So, for instance, getting an item that has that really bright set color green kind of just, it sets off like a little happy kind of spot in my brain that's just like, just even just hovering over it